Hi there. Today I want to talk about the MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation. And I actually wrote a blog post about it, and I think everybody's seen it. This is what it looks like. And I wrote a blog post about it a little while ago, and I said that MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation is not my friend. And it really wasn't for a really long time. I bought it, I tried to use it, and I tried so many ways to get it to work. And if you want, you can read my blog post about it. I'll link that below, and I will, and you'll get to, read about all the struggles I had with the darn thing, just trying to get it to work and not, and, finally figuring it out. And I have the color C2, and this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see, before I talk about how I get it to work for me, but it's got all these bumpy things, like it's like it got wet, but it's not, and it's forming a crust, which I'm gonna have to scrape off. And I've never really had that happen with a powder before. I've had that happen for me with what have I had happen for me with? Eyeshadow that I use for brows. And I can understand that because, it gets a little bit, the brows, and it gets a bit damp and whatever, with the foundation and stuff. So I don't know. But I just don't see why this is happening to the powder, and I'm going to have to scrape it off, which I'm not terribly happy about. But that said, I finally figured out how to get this powder foundation to work for me, and I'm wearing it today, so you'll have to let me know what you think of it and how it looks on me. But I finally figured out that I have to use it with the sponge that comes with it, and I don't normally use a sponge with my powders or my foundations, and I prefer to use my fingers or use a brush, but this works best with the sponge because I actually get the best coverage out of it when I'm using the sponge. Now, I basically just rub the powder into the sponge and then just apply it in small sections across my face, and I keep dipping in and applying more product until I get my whole face covered. And it does actually, doing it this way does actually give me really, really good coverage with the product. But it does end up looking really powdery and really cakey. I mean, and not cakey. I don't think I want to say cakey because cakey is no good. It does look powdery, and it does look like you've put powder on. And I'm not crazy about that because I do like a more sort of natural sheen or natural look to my makeup. So what I have been doing is, after I apply the powder, I watched a video from Goss Makeup Artist, and he said apply a setting spray. And I found that the setting spray hasn't been really working all that well for me, and it doesn't set the, make the powder foundation look like skin, which is what he said it does. So what I've been doing is I have been using my mineralized skin finish from MAC in the color Light Plus, and it's just a nice, mineral powder. It's light, it's got a light sheen to it, and I basically use a big fluffy brush like this, and any fluffy brush will do, and I dip it in and I dust my whole face with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, and that seems to really help and bring a little bit of life back to my face. And then on top of that, what I do is I go to town with the highlighter, which I don't know if you can actually see the sheen on my cheeks, but I do use a highlighter, which I don't normally, I'm not an everyday highlighter person, but this MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation is hard work. Between, applying it with the sponge, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and then the highlighter. And I go to town with the highlighter just to get a really nice sheen on the face so I don't look like, my mom will say I look dead, because it's very matte and very powdery looking. So yeah, that's what I've been doing in order to get my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation to work for me. And I have to say, I'm getting to like it. And the reason I never gave up on it was because, darn, these products are expensive. So I did not want to just chuck it out and not use it and waste all the money I spent getting it. So I just persevered. And I have to say I'm quite happy with the way it works now, with the sponge, with the mineralized skin finish natural on top, and with the highlighter. So yeah, if you are struggling with this powder foundation, I hope this helps you. And I'd love to hear what you have experienced with it, and if you like it, love it, what you do with it. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!